Hello, welcome back. So we're still looking at Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and we've covered explore and eliminate, and now we're on to execution. And execution is all about designing a system that makes doing the essential activities almost effortless. And we're going to look at two today. The first one is buffer. This is all about creating a buffer. Think about when you're driving your car down the road and you leave some distance between you and the car in front of you. That's a buffer. That space is a buffer. If you didn't have that buffer, it would technically conceivably work if everything went exactly as planned, right? But you know when you're driving the car that the unexpected sometimes occurs. Somebody slams on the brake unexpectedly or something like that. And so you have to respond right away, and you need that buffer to give you space to respond. That's like life, right? In life, you need to have some buffer in your planning. Now, speaking of planning, McKeown talks about the planning fallacy. The planning fallacy is that we tend to underestimate pretty significantly how much time or effort something is going to take. Is partly due to social pressure, which is part of the reason why anonymous estimates are usually better, usually more accurate, but also because just the way our minds work, we tend to go to best case scenario thinking. And so we don't put that buffer in, and then we have to slam on the brakes if something doesn't go quite exactly right. And so one way to counteract that bias is just add time, add 50% to your initial estimate. Other ways to do it, but that's fun. All right, the next chapter then is subtract. And this is the practice of removing obstacles. He tells this little story where there's a scout leader, and he's trying to lead his troop of scouts up a mountain, and he's trying to get there as quickly as possible, but they all have to go together. So the whole, troop of scouts, they start out, and inevitably they start to separate. And so there's the fastest guys are going up fast, and then you've got the slowest guys in the back. They're going at the end. Now, there's no value for him in trying to help the fastest team, or the fastest hikers go fast, right? Because you're not going to go together. You're still, right? And so what he had to do is figure out, how do I help out the ones at the back? How do I help out the slowest hiker? And so, reduce their weight or somehow give them help so that the whole thing speeds up. Now, the principle here is that we need to find the slowest hiker. Now, this isn't a person, and part of the reason why I don't love this is because we might be tempted to think the slowest hiker is a person. But it's usually some part of the process, a bottleneck in the process or a bottleneck in the system. And if we can remove that obstacle, or if we can make that part more efficient, help out that part, we can actually drastically improve the whole system. So it's about finding the slowest hiker. In other words, finding those major issues that are slowing you down and eliminate or improve that to improve the whole system. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks.